Yes, guys, welcome back to the Fanboy. Now, today we're going to talk about HBO Max and all the TV shows that I think should be on HBO Max. Now, James Gunn's Suicide Squad is just around the corner, and I was right. It would do well. It is currently sitting at 98%. Earlier today it was at 100, now it's down to 98. So my guess is it'll stay somewhere above 92. That's my guess. 92 and 94, somewhere above that region. Now it's getting overwhelmingly great reviews. One person to comment on the Rotten Tomatoes site said this movie is so gory and so great it looks look like a kid's movie. I mean, that's pretty funny. So, this movie, the critics are loving it. We don't know if it'll do well at the box office, but movies with, good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, that means, you might want to watch it. And people are just kind of desperate to go back in the theater, so, I get the feeling this will do pretty well at the box office. With that being said, Warner Brothers owns one of the biggest comic book companies in the world, and they have a streaming service, HBO Max. Now, DC and Warner Brothers would want more TV shows on HBO Max. Obviously, we're getting the Peacemaker show, which we don't have much information about that show. We just do know from something that James Gunn said when he was on Jimmy Kimmel Live that the show has not been picked up for season 2. So, as far as we know, James Gunn's working on the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. Now, I'm pretty sure James Gunn's going to do more because he said he loved working at DC. If you love working at a company, you'll obviously want to do more with them. And, right now, James Gunn, he's probably the future of DC. Well, there's a few other directors like Matt Reeves, J.J. Abrams, and James Gunn. Those three, Matt Reeves, J.J. Abrams, and James Gunn, they're like the trinity of DC saviors. They're DC saviors. They're their heroes, Matt Reeves' The Batman, it's a masterpiece. We just haven't seen it yet. James Gunn's Suicide Squad, I showed the Rotten Tomato score. And J.J. Abrams is working on multiple projects, including a Justice League Dark show and a Superman reboot. Now, with all that being said, let's talk about what TV shows these three guys can do for HBO Max. Let's start with James Gunn. Like I said, James Gunn's doing Peacemaker. And as far as we know, there's no season 2 yet. There could be, though. We don't know. But if he doesn't do season 2, my idea for a show, I'm actually very proud of this idea. It's called Harley Quinn. And this Harley Quinn show, it's about Harley Quinn, and it's got some of the Birds of Prey characters, not all of them. It's Harley Quinn, Black Canary, I had in mind, and maybe Huntress. Throw them in the mix. Maybe a few Suicide Squad members. But my pitch for this show is this. 3, 2, 1. Let's get started. So, Black Mask is back. I know he was the villain in the Birds of Prey movie, and he's working with Carmine Falcone, one of the biggest crime bosses in the world, and he's stealing weapons that belong to the Joker. Now, Harley Quinn has to go and destroy those weapons before they destroy Gotham City. It's a more grounded show, but I really think that it would suit Harley Quinn because she's not, a Superman or a Spider-Man or a Flash, where she's like a supernatural hero unless she's with the Suicide Squad. I mean, Starro's not a grounded character, but, that's kind of the exception. That's my pitch for a Harley Quinn show. Now, another show I have in mind is called The Shooters. Now, bad name, work in progress, I guess, but a show about Black Manta, maybe bring Will Smith's Deadshot back, and Idris Elba's Bloodsport. Bloodsport and Black Manta are definites. Will Smith, would he want to come back? Now, it's about these three assassins being hired to take down Deathstroke. This would be a great chance to have Joe Manganiello back as Deathstroke, who's passionate about the character and wants to come back. So it's about them hunting down Deathstroke, the ultimate assassin, to find him and kill him. Now, this would be a show that could be done by James Gunn, but I also see Matt Reeves being in the creative team for that. Another show I have in mind is a show by J.J. Abrams, a Green Lantern TV show. We know there's already a Green Lantern TV show coming, but this time, maybe you could do like a spin-off TV show on this about Jon Stewart. And Jon Stewart's the most popular Green Lantern. We don't know if he's in this Green Lantern TV show. I don't think he is. I think it's Guy Gardner. But Jon Stewart's one of the most popular Green Lantern. Give J.J. Abrams a chance. I think he could do something great with that sci-fi Star Trek, Star Wars kind of franchise. My final pitch for a TV show is called The Secret Six. Now, if you're a DC comic book fan like I am, you know The Secret Six is a group of supervillains like the Suicide Squad. This would be done by either James Gunn or Matt Reeves. I'm actually leaning towards Matt Reeves the more I think about it. But it's pretty much got Bane, Deadshot, Medusa was at one point, I think Bronze Tiger at one point too. A bunch of different villains teaming up to go after Batman. And this would be a great chance to show the connectedness of sort of after Flashpoint. Maybe James Gunn can connect to Matt Reeves' universe, and then we find out J.J. Abrams is set in the future of Matt Reeves' universe, because we know the Calvin Ellis or Val-Zod, like, you know, they're kind of future-y characters, so they're sci-fi kind of futuristic world. So maybe have that set in the future of this world, have these two happen, maybe have the Batman happen before the Suicide Squad, show that connected tissue, and then bring Secret Six together once and for all. This would be really cool, and I can't wait to see what HBO Max does. Stay tuned for more videos. See you soon. Bye.